TikTok showing that love. What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on 1 second. All right, what's up, everybody? What is good? What is good? What's good, y'all? What is good? I hope everybody is having a good night. What's up? We got a few things that we are going to be doing today or tonight. If you guys haven't checked out the live that we did this morning, I streamed for 5 hours today. So I'm happy with the progression today. I'm happy with everybody I got to meet. Shout out to people to all of my hustlers on YouTube and also on TikTok. Shout out to Subrat, Kwame, and Jeremiah. Shout out to you. Shout out to everybody watching. First of all, I want to, I gotta tell y'all, and I'm not gonna go on a rant. I'm not gonna go on a rant with this shit. But, bro, I got something to confess to y'all, man. Number one, I got a notepad full of stuff I want to talk about, right? Because you know this streaming stuff is new to me, okay? So we not just going to be talking about hustler stuff. We ain't just going to be talking about money and all of that. We talking about a lot of different topics. But, y'all, I tried to get into streaming university. Well, I didn't fill it out, but one of my people at my warehouse filled out the streaming university application for me because I didn't even know you had to fill out a application or anything. But they were like, yeah, haha, Brandon, we put your name in there, right? I don't stream. Right. Well, I didn't stream, but this motivated me to stream. And, you know, I want to say a message to everybody that did try and get in, that didn't get in, just like myself. Right now, I'm not going to say I knew I wasn't going to get in. Right. Like I'm not going to down myself or down my talent. But I do know that I don't or have not shown an entertaining side of me. It's just more educational. And why would they put an educational person that streams sometimes in streaming university? But when I look at it, right, and I see a bunch of people reactions, you got some people that quit their damn job, which makes no sense. Why would you quit your job to join something that you just filled an application out for, right? Here's the thing. You know, I had to unfollow Kai Sinat. I did, right? One, I'm too old to be just, I think, entertaining the immature things that they do. But then again, when I think about it, it's like I'm immature sometimes, just like that as well. And it's a lot of learning I can do from them. But I was mad as hell, bro. Even though I didn't really care, I still was mad. Even though I probably couldn't go because I still have businesses I got to tend to, I still was mad. Okay, I ain't fitting a lot of y'all, but it really made me realize, bro, I gotta step my motherfucking game up. You feel me? I gotta step my game up, and that's what it should make everybody else that like try to get in feel like, because you gotta realize at the end of the day, it was all a ploy. It's a business marketing move. Probably when you signed up, you got, and a lot of people have speculations. Oh well, prime example, I put a submission video into Streaming University, but what I did, right? So they submitted my application, and then they told me you got to do a video. But I didn't feel like doing a video at the time. So all I did was, when I think it was one morning, I was sitting here, I just did a video. I was like, yeah, I should get accepted because da-da-da, right? I didn't do no crazy stuff. But like, bro, I'm telling you right now, they didn't even look at my shit. They didn't look at it because I tracked it. I put my Google Analytics tag, and also I made it so that I could see who clicked the file that I submitted. They didn't look at it. So a lot of people got like hypothesis on, well, why would he ask people to try and submit forms to get in? I'm gonna tell you why. Because what happened, I believe, is when you filled out the form, you got put into a database, right? And if you know anything about business, you know that people like lead generation or generators, right? I think what happened was they utilized the whole streaming university to get people to enter their information, which then puts you in some type of like lead thing, like a spreadsheet where now they're selling your leads. That's what I believe. You feel me? That's the only thing that makes sense to me, is collecting leads It's like a lead magnet, basically, right? Where you fill out shit and then you basically, your information gets stored. That has to be it. Because they didn't even look at my shit. They ain't look at my shit, bitch. They ain't look at my shit. So I was kind of hurt. Because I'm like, damn, you ain't gonna look at my shit. So why the hell did I sit there and take my time to do the damn thing? You feel me? But it is what it is. Okay, it is what it is. All right. Now, with that being all said, you know, I'm not really mad about it. I mean, it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't, right? And it ain't nothing because I didn't get in. So I'm you know, I unfollow everything with Kai Sinat, and every time I see him, I block whatever page I see him on. That's just how I feel because I'm that salty. All right, that's just what it is. Okay, I'm not about to lie to y'all and that like, oh, you know, it's okay. No, it ain't okay. You feel me? I want every opportunity that I get. Okay, or got the chance to get. All right, that's just how I am. I'm not into not getting my way. All right, so I'm sick that I'm not in the streaming university. All right, you guys caught me. I'm strict. I'm sick. Okay, I'm upset. That's it. Okay, I'm upset. All right, I wanted to really break that down, and I really wanted to tell you guys how upset I was that I'm not in streaming university, and maybe, you know, maybe next time. Okay, now, all right, so I want to talk first, bro, like about my guy. Okay, my guy DDG. All right, now the reason I want to talk about DDG is because now everybody I feel like has grew up on DDG. He's been like, I wish I knew about YouTube when I was a kid. I wish I knew about YouTube in high school. I was too busy grinding and trying to get to the bread, but the bread was already in front of me. All I needed was, which I didn't even have that access to be able to like film. My mom was real strict, so she wasn't finna let me sit in a room and stream or sit in a room and edit a video. Like she was on my ass like 24/7. So I probably wouldn't have been able to do it as much, but I still feel like if I would have got a head start, it would have been cool, right? So let's look up this thing with DDG and Soulja Boy because I honestly have a lot to say about this, right? Because that's tough. Should we look at the dorm? Should we look at the dorm? I really don't want to look at the dorm, bro. And what's this on the thumbnail? Ain't that... Who that? Who that on the thumbnail? Who that?
Didn't I tell you after I crack I'm not trying to talk to you no more?
Yo, this guy.
You gonna come here to get hit or you just trying to see the whole place real quick? If you want to get hit, you could just come back later, right? Alright, y'all, this is the living room right here, man. You know, when I hit up Kyle, I'm like, man, I don't really need no crazy little setup or whatever. You know, this is cash,
bro,
shoes, waters, everything you need to do your thing. Come over here.
Bro, what the?
This way, this is my bed right here. This is where I'll be sleeping at. I might bring these two together just to give myself a king size. You know,
they got the sponsors.
This is my setup where I will be streaming from desktop wise. Shout out to TVU and everybody that put this together. Beautiful setup, absolutely incredible. I'm having a ball. Got my own little room right here.
Bro, I'm sick as hell, bro. I should be there.
And all that cool right here. This is actually where I will also be preparing my curriculum for my students. And I want y'all to know I'm taking this very, 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 very serious. And I'm excited. I can't wait to see where Streaming University takes me. I actually want to show you guys the hallway so y'all can see the whole layout and how I'm living for the next 3 days. 4 days, or however long.
You know, one thing I will say about this whole Streaming University thing is genius. Like, I will say that it's smart. It's very, very smart. They should have top tier Wi-Fi though. Like, what's going on with the Wi-Fi?
Professor ID. So no streaming beyond this point. This is the bathroom where all the showering, dookies, and all that other shit will take place.
It's lagging.
It's lagging. Let's go over here and see what's up.
This is tough.
Like, I'm trying to see, like, why we can't connect to this Wi-Fi, though. See back, y'all?
I want to see his big ass head. What's this? Who's screaming?
I mean, it don't matter. Can't nobody get in here. Just one nigga. Hold on, let me see. Okay. Oh, you good now? Alright, I'm gonna knock on this shit right now. You had to do like 10,000 of them. Bro, I ain't trying to do that shit no more, bro. Come on, let me go find something else to do, bro. I've been working on these projects for not long, gang.
All right, so we saw the dorm. I don't know what the hell they talking about, but what I want to talk about is my boy DDG and Soulja Boy. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, right? You know, Soulja Boy is one of them people, y'all. Like, he's talking about, please fight me. I don't think any fights are gonna come, but like, Soulja Boy is one of them people that, you know, in school where you get in an argument with somebody, you may get in an argument with him, but he'll keep that shit going just to keep his name alive. Like, he'll just keep the shit going. Like, he is really good at marketing and also understanding that, like, if he loses his buzz, he loses his income. So he'll continue as long as you do. So like, when he sits there and what's this? When he sits there and keeps responding to him, Soulja Boy's gonna just keep milking that shit. Like, he's just gonna keep going, bruh. Like, look at this. Look at the response.
You know what I'm saying? And you talking about, you popping all this hot shit, talking about, you niggas will never get on my level. Bitch, I already did that.
Bro, why does Soulja Boy honestly think he has... So, Soulja Boy has done everything. That's the point. Is you've done everything. Now it's like, since you've done everything, we looking at you to like do something else, like, first. You feel me? The problem I think with Soulja Boy is he's done everything, but it's nothing else there. Like, he's now like not progressing. Like, if you've done everything first, great, but like, at what point do you do the next new thing? You feel me? I think he always says he's been done it and he's gonna like keep saying it, but I just think that gets old. Like, he said it with Drake. You feel me?
Nigga, long time ago, nigga, I did this shit in coronavirus.
And he's smart.
2020, I was the biggest streamer.
He was the biggest streamer in 2020, right? During coronavirus. I don't agree. But I will tell you guys, one thing about him, bruh, is when he made that comment. When did he make the comment about Drake? When did he make the joint where he was like, Drake? Let's see. See, all these people coming up on my joint, like, I don't want to see. I don't want to see it. Like, I don't want to see all these people with the streaming university on my shit. So that was 6 years ago. So this is when he did his little famous Drake thing, right? I think this is when he got his buzz back.
The biggest rapper in the world. Drake? Drake? The nigga that got bodied by Pusha T? The nigga that hiding his kid from the world, but his world wanna hide from the kid? Aubrey Graham in a wheelchair? Drake? Yes! Y'all niggas better stop playing with me.
Like, he always, in my opinion, thought he was bigger than what he actually was or is. And like, now he's coming for DDG, and I just feel like DDG shouldn't have even responded. But I feel like at the same time, as a man, I'll be damned if I let a certain person disrespect me in a certain way. You feel me? Especially when you got kids. You can't allow people to talk crazy, because you got to remember, like, one day your kids are going to see this, and if your kids see you being disrespected and you not responding, in my opinion, how now it gets to different levels, right? Like when we keep it on the internet, it makes sense because see, Soulja is the type of person I just smack the shit out of Soulja Boy. But like I think, and I'm talking about if it was one-on-one. I also don't think that Soulja Boy is tough, nor do I think that he does fair ones, nor do I think that, from what I'm getting when I do my research, it's like he's on and off with the Bloods and all of that in Cali. I don't know, but he's easily somebody. He's smackable, right? Soulja Boy is smackable. I think that he's very much smackable and very much tender. I think that he's one of them people that you could just smack the shit out of and he ain't really gonna do nothing. I don't think he can really use the fucking hands. I don't. But he's smart.
Fuck,
he know how to talk.
My channel got banned, nigga. You a bitch. You buy your views, nigga. You so thirsty for clout, nigga. Already stream with the biggest streamers. Already.
Now, and that's another thing. We gotta really think about Aiden Ross and Kai and all of them people that stream with him, because again, what I see is that he'll use people and what they got going on again to attach himself with them to get the buzz, take the buzz, and go on his little shows or whatever. I don't know what song does Soulja Boy have? What songs do Soulja Boy have? Like, I don't know. Soulja Boy, I just know him for this. I just know him for Crank That. I don't really know him for nothing else. I really don't. I just know him for Crank That. I don't know Soulja Boy for what songs does he have? Anybody know? New songs. I don't. What's the new Soulja Boy? Street Rich. So he. I mean. The beat tough. The beat tough. Now, I ain't want to hate, bro. Like I'm gonna tell you how it is. That's crazy. On a preview, it got commercial. Wow, a commercial popped up. He is about his bread. I say that. Oh, so he released every day, every week. Nah, Soulja gotta stop, bro. I think it's time for him to retire, bro. Yo, y'all remember when Soulja Boy had the game system? The game console that he got from AliExpress? Bro. He still got his Soulja Boy game console. It's crazy. Wait, what happened to it? He don't got the website no more? Nah, you tripping. Nah, bro. What the fuck? Bro, what the Soulja Boy powered by. Dang, ever since he ain't post on this joint, or somebody ain't posting this joint since 2023? Bruh. Yeah, this is a play. But what I'm trying to tell y'all is I remember when this game console came out and I did research on it. And I remember looking, and this is when I had my store, I think it was on like 5th Street in Philly. And I was looking because I was still dealing with AliExpress at that time. I forget what it's called though. But it was definitely on AliExpress. Like, game. Come on. We don't want to subscribe to you. Game console. Right? Portable, yeah. It was like, yeah, it's right here. The Soulja Boy, John. Like, are you serious? Bruh. Alright. Y'all see that, right? Nah, that ain't the one, but it's just like it. I wonder if they got the Soldier. Nah, they don't have Soulja Boy console on here though, right? They don't have so. Okay, cool. So he had to make sure. I guess that's a trademark name. It gotta be a trademark name. It gotta be. But what if we put Soulja? All right, so this is the closest one, and I think that it was a smart play though. Like if I'm being honest, when he did that, I think it was a smart play. But nevertheless, y'all, what I'm basically trying to say is you gotta understand a smart businessman. When you see one, he's smart. He's somebody that will always get in conflict, because one thing I learned about the internet, and I'm still learning, you feel me? People love drama. People love drama. Like if I go ahead and make a video about something crazy, people will watch it. If I make one about substance, people won't. People love drama. So like, I hope him and DDG are just honestly getting their bread from this shit and just dead it, because DDG will smack the fuck out of Soulja Boy, bro. I'm telling you, I promise you.
Stream with SQC. I already streamed with, I don't know who names you can say on here, who banned tonight, but y'all know who the biggest streamers is. I stream with all the biggest streamers. Kais and that, my boy Aiden, Speed. Everybody, nigga, you a bitch. You new to this shit. I been did this shit a long time ago. Like, what the fuck is we talking about? You ain't got.
And that's the crazy part, right? Because then when you look at Soulja Boy, right, and in Blueface, the difference is he ain't had that energy. I don't believe he had that energy with Blueface. I really don't. I feel like Blueface really don't care about his freedom. So like, you test somebody like Blueface, like he's that type of person in high school that don't care about being expelled. Like they don't care. So it's like you gotta watch out for him, because at the end of the day, he'll do anything. Like he'll poison your chocolate milk during lunch. Like he'll do something crazy. Like, you know, that one person I never forget. I was in high school one time. I was in shop, right? I'm sitting in shop. Now, mind you, in high school, I'm worried about bread. Like I'm doing Wake Up Now. I'm skipping school to go to Miami so I can film commercials and stuff. Like I don't care about school either. But I was never this bold to just not want to go and tell the school that I don't want to be here and then literally drop out. Like I've never been that bold to drop out. I've seen a guy drop out of school in front of me. Like the bull, and his name was Brandon. He just said, "Yo, I'm dropping out," and I never see him again. Like bull just left. That's how Blueface looked. Like he just looked like he don't care.
Know where I'm from, nigga? You don't want to say it because you know it's gonna be politics in the morning. You already know your homie's gonna call you like, "Oh, you said you was from
You the police. You
ain't
the
been to
police.
So you not gonna? You the police? Soulja, I know you're not from LA, so you don't even know what you're doing right now. I know you don't even know what you're doing right now.
See, the energy is different.
You want to fight tonight, nigga?
And I think honestly, it's the Soulja with the veneers that actually started doing all of this extra stuff. I'm gonna be honest, because Soulja without the veneers, he was still drawing, but I think it became more out there when he just started running into people. And
you don't even want to bang your hood.
Nigga, this ain't got nothing to do with no gangs. This between me and you.
because he's not a part of a gang, he just with a gang.
Between me and you. This between me and you. This between me and you. You need your homie? You need your homie?
Soulja, you scared to even say where you from?
Nigga, this between me and you, nigga.
Yeah, I don't know, but I stick with GDD 100%, especially for what he's going through. You feel me? And I think again, y'all, a lot of people will criticize him for a lot of things, which we all have our mistakes and ups and downs. But I think, again, I respect how you're handling it. And also, we don't know the full story on Holly's part nor DDG's side, but free my boy DDG, man. Free my boy DDG. That's all I gotta say. I think that everybody wants to See, and that's the beautiful thing, especially when it comes to like friends. You start to see who really by your side, or who really on your side, or who really is somebody that actually hates you or doesn't like you when things fall apart. You know what I mean? I got a few friends out there or a few people out there that I was able to actually find out through hard times, because you're going to have a bunch of hard times. You're going to be able to find out who really got your back when things fall, and when people turn against you. Who else is going to turn against you just because they find or feel like that's the trend? Because some people only want to be a friend or only want to be on your side when they feel like it's beneficial to them. And I think a lot of us, we realize too late the people around us that aren't really for us and don't really have our backs and don't really have good intentions, but act like they do. You feel me? They act like they do because it's cool at the time. It's cool at the time. Like I've had friends that, you know, they were my friends when it was beneficial to them, and you know, when it wasn't beneficial, or when I wasn't giving them X, Y, and Z, then they would hop to another situation. I know a guy that he would ride my coattail until the end, and he'll be cool, real cool, right? But then when I tell a person, hey, I don't feel like we should be partners, I feel like we should just be cool, then he, you know, because I'm the type of person, you know, I'll let you say you're a partner in my business and you don't spend a dime on it. You know what I mean? Like I'll let you say that you're taking part in something when you're not even accumulating any risk. And then when I see that, you know, the celebrations and the victories you're enjoying more than you're enjoying the downtimes and the struggles and when rent is due and when products need to be brought, and I'll be like, well, bro, like, listen, I don't want to have no animosity towards you, so, you know, let's just dead it, bro. Like, how about we just be friends? So I did that to somebody, and the guy ended up, and it was interesting because I remember it because the guy ended up going to another person that owned this store, and then became his friend, and he was still my friend at the time. So I'm like, all right, cool. But he was like, yeah, he started working with another guy, and this other guy was in a whole different industry. It's not phones or anything, right? So then I started looking at him a little differently, because I'm like, yo, when do you start your own stuff? Like, when do you build your own things? Like, when do you stop riding on somebody else's success and hold your own shit down, right? And then I realized, all right, I'ma just keep him close, because you do definitely want to keep your enemies closer. You do. I 100% believe that, right? So I kept him close, and me and him was cool. And then I started realizing that, like, the conversations that he was having with me about the person that he was working in the store with, if you are so bold enough to tell me X, Y, and Z and had these conversations with me, who were you talking about me to when you were in my store, right? And then it was like, why don't you just get a job? Like, I started thinking, why don't you just get a job? And then he just kept telling me, like, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm this, I'm that, I'm an actor, I'm that, and this. And I started to realize some people are just never going to give up on their dreams, even though they've never even started them. Like, they're never going to start their dreams, just going to live through somebody. And you just got to be able to get them people away from you, bruh. And then he turned on me when I called it out. And it's crazy because the person he worked with, or in the store he worked with, that guy wanted to work with me. And when he wanted to work with me, this guy tried to tell me, no, don't work with him, bro. He ain't a good. And this guy actually had another store. He had a whole nother industry that I was trying to get into. So it would have been really good. But he was telling me, like, yeah, nah, bro. Like, he a bad businessman. I know how you are, bro. You like when people are honest and they on time, and he's not this, that, and the third. He always drugged up and da-da-da. So I'm just like, all right, I'll stay away from it. But like, I always wonder, like, maybe he was trying to block that blessing because he didn't want me to get a part of something that he actually, he got going on. So like, that really bothered me for the longest. But you gotta learn how to let them people go. And I think that DDG gonna find out, and he is finding out who on his side and who not. And a lot of people sticking up for him. Shout out to Aiden Ross, yo. You know what I mean? Because that he seems really he seems like he's a cool bull. He seems like he a cool bull. Now another person I want to talk about, bro, that I'm kind of confused about. Yo, bro, all of these stream university joints keep coming up. Like, damn. Like, bro, I don't even follow this guy. Like, who the hell is this? Bro, I don't want to see nobody, bro. I don't want to see none of these people. But look, this guy is drawing. Austin McBroom. Like, what's up with your guy? Now, if you remember this guy, he used to be a part of the Ace family. And he ended up, I guess, cheating on his wife or whatever. But one thing I always looked at with YouTube, I love when I see people creating and establishing businesses doing the least, right? Like, I like when people build businesses without actually doing much, because I think that's all our dreams or our aspirations, is to be able to have something working for us where we don't have to force ourselves. We can do something that we love. I feel like a lot of people, or some people, they fall in love with like family channels and building family channels, and then they build their whole life around that family channel, which is then contingent on two people working together. Now it seems lucrative at the time, and then you got to keep up the image. I've had a couple channels before, so I can definitely tell how taxing it is. But when it comes to Austin, my guy, he's crashing out, bro. Like, he's crashing out. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why he's crashing out. But like, where is it at? Where is that channel at, brother? I don't want to watch no T channels. Yeah, this channel right here. Like, I was so confused when I saw this channel today. And I want to show you guys the difference between, how can I say it? The difference between understanding that you put your value into something that wasn't really sustainable, right? Like, a couple's channel or a family channel is cool, but it gets a little shaky when you're not really down, because as you grow, you get a bunch of different influences and a bunch of different things that come your way, and like, boom, it all disappears one day. Now, the man always comes up short, obviously, right? You can look at Austin, you can look at Ken, right? What's Ken's channel? What is his channel? Damn, I forget what his name. Hold on. De'Ara and Ken. But what's Ken's channel? I can't remember. But he lost out, right? While she over there getting millions of views and doing Sunday resets, he's over there trying to rebuild with another girl. But like, you gotta realize, right? I think this is him, right? All right, yeah, this is him. So like, you see the difference. He's with another girl. He's with another girl. But De'Ara, she not with another guy. And if she is, he ain't on her channel. It's the difference between understanding business, right? Like, look at this. You feel me? This is a whole bunch of homeowner error and 29th birthday and dream walk-in pantry transformation and stuff, right? All of that's cool. But then when you look at somebody like this, you gotta know the difference. You have to realize, what the hell is it? You have to realize, right? Value. You have to realize value, and you got to realize what you putting your value in. Like, while some of it is just him, if you look at the views, 7K, 73, hotel room tour, that's tough. That's good views. But you'll see, like, he then is sprinkling in him and somebody else. And you want to know why? It's because the value isn't in him. The value is in the relationship, and it's a difference. So, like, what I would recommend for everybody is to understand the value that you're creating and being able to maintain it. So Austin, I don't know what. Hold on, y'all. My fault. I don't know what my guy's doing, but he started just doing anything. Like, he literally started doing anything. Where's the video I saw, bro? Like, to go from 200K to like 5.2K and just,
hey, Ryan Reynolds here for Mint Mobile.
He should have rebranded, bro. He should have rebranded, but he just, I don't get it. Even you can look at this. Look at the quality of the intro. And then, is Ace Family still up? Look at the Ace Family intro if it's still up. The Ace Family is still up. Look at that intro versus, where's one of the videos with that intro, y'all? Like, to go from, that's crazy, y'all. I'm sorry. That's crazy. I just want to see the intro, bro. And then this is when they just started. Like, you could see the intro versus this intro. Reaching high. It's just so different, bro. It's kind of sad, but people put it on themselves. Shout out to Austin. I just think that, again, like, you definitely should be doing better than what you're doing. I feel like you should have just tried that. And I think what it is too is people will, when and this goes in business in general, people will literally, if they see that they're not creating value by themselves, just trying to latch on to somebody because they can't stand or fathom that they're not valuable anymore. But sometimes you got to realize that the value isn't in you. It's in who you present yourself to. Like, prime example, me, I don't get a bunch of views on YouTube. Look, I don't get a bunch of views on YouTube. But I understand my value. Here's the point. So, I'll get good views sometimes. Sometimes I'll get more. Sometimes I get less, right? But I don't get views really. I don't really get the views that I would like. But I also keep my content consistent to what I want to do, right? So I have this channel where, I'm getting some views, but then again, I realized that this channel wasn't always this type of channel, which that hurts. That really hurts a lot of what I do, right? But I don't, how can I put this? I don't put my content in a box. Like, I don't rely on getting paid from YouTube. I get paid from my company, my business, and that's something that YouTube can't take away. That's not something that it's not something that is connected with a person. It's literally me, right? So no matter what views I get, that doesn't hurt my pockets at all. But like, if I was to go to Hustler Taught Me, which is a channel I had to start over with, and I remember I was scared as hell to start this channel, bro. Because, see, when you're used to getting monetized and getting paid and all that, it's scary starting a new channel because you really want to, you sort of kind of want to speed up the process, and you also don't want to backtrack, and it's kind of hard when you do because you realize that essentially you're making videos for nothing, technically, right? But like, when I go and I do these videos, right? I again created this channel. This channel gets better views than the other channel, but I'm definitely making money from both channels and on different aspects or different type of topics. But like this is the channel where I upload a bunch of specific videos dealing with electronics. Like this is a channel where it's all about electronics, AirPods and all that stuff, just about me reselling or me phone flipping. But Educated Hustler is about entrepreneur tips and different things like that. The point that I'm making, y'all, is what if you're struggling getting validation on social media, or you're maybe struggling on Facebook ads, let's say, or whatever you're struggling on in business, sometimes you got to realize that how it's not about what you're struggling at. It's about what opportunity is that thing that you're struggling at giving you that you're missing, and also what is it giving you that you're able to capitalize on. And that's what I love, especially about YouTube, because while let's just say I get 100 views on a video, right? 100 people saw a video that I'm selling value on, and I'm selling value in two ways. I'm selling value when it comes to me as a brand, me as a person, but I'm also selling value as in this product or this service is doing this and that for X, Y, and Z, or for this student or for this customer. So I can make a video about a price list, but you know, even if 26 people view that video, that's still going to be 26 people that see the value in something that they are interested in. And you got to remember, people are way more interested in drama than educational things, right? Plus, if you upload on a channel that it wasn't necessarily, it didn't get a bunch of followers from or for that niche, it becomes a bit harder. But regardless, you still are giving yourself an opportunity to have eyes on your business and your brand. You take those eyes, you put them onto your business or onto a platform that you control. And that's how you capitalize. That's how you build. That's how you grow. So if you're somebody that's like, yo, I want to start a real business or selling socks, great, right? So you start that business selling socks, and you're thinking to yourself, I need to grow on social media. I need to get a bunch of views. I need to build my view count, right? And that's sort of kind of like the goal that we all have, because we're so fixated on that instant gratification or that approval from other people. But what I find wins is when, and this is just what I find wins, guys. What I find that wins is when you don't get that instant gratification, but you utilize the acceptance that you do see and you do have to actually make you more bread. And the way you do that is by taking platforms, eBay, prime example. If you don't get a lot of views on your eBay listings, that doesn't necessarily mean that eBay can't make you money, because those 5 people that viewed your product, they saw your product. So you got 5 eyes to get, well, you got their attention, right? And you have probably a few seconds to convert off those 5 people. Now, if you had 100 people, it would be an easier conversion. But again, guys, it's still about capitalizing on what you have and understanding to keep your head down and stay focused on it. Because if you don't, y'all, I'm telling you, you're going to judge yourself and you're going to quit. That's why a lot of people quit on their businesses, because they look at other people's success, not understanding that they have some type of success of their own, but they're just not honing in on it. Like what I see, because I don't really look at my YouTube channel like from this angle. What I see on this YouTube channel is definitely not what I see on the back end. Right? On the back end, I see a little bit more, statistics and stuff, but I never really see this. Like, I don't see this because I see the conversion. I see, like, prime example, the website Wix or Shopify even. They show you people that come from YouTube or people that come from Google, people that come from Instagram, people that come from all, and you can really see how far your reach is. And I would definitely recommend you like just starting, bro. Like whoever needed to hear that, just start. I'm telling you, start. Because if you are only moving based upon what your competition or the people you view as your competition are getting, bro, you just gonna stay stuck, bro. You're just gonna stay stuck. So that's why I would just keep moving. I would just keep moving and don't stop. The next thing that I would want to mention and talk about is Diddy, okay? And I'm not going to play no videos because if you watched my stream earlier, we was watching Ack, and my boy, shout out to Ack, bro. Ack is really, he's covering this thing extensively, like, and I look at people's work ethic. So what I do is I don't look at people's results. You want to know what I do? Like, I don't look at what results people are getting. Instead, what I do is I look at the work ethic they do. So like that's another trick in business that you can utilize, right? Whether it's YouTube, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, or even a phone store or a clothing brand. A lot of us, we like to look at, this person, and let's be real, like this is really what happens. This person is getting this many views, and I'm doing the same thing, or this person is doing this. But are you looking at their work ethic? Are you looking at how many times they post? How long, prime example, Ack, how long he streamed. My guy streams for like 6 hours, 7 hours. He don't have no life. He don't have no time to lay up. Now, don't get it twisted. He probably has time to lay up with somebody after the stream, but I'm saying like he don't have no time to just in the middle of the day lay up and chill, bro. And I think that when you start realizing how hard it actually is to make certain amounts of money doing certain things, you start to really see I don't have what it takes. You feel me? Like certain times you start to actually realize I don't have what the hell it takes to be as successful as I want to be. And I'm not saying that's how I feel about myself. I'm saying like that's literally 100% what people should actually start to think to themselves. Do I have the work ethic to actually do what I'm saying I want to do? And a lot of us will realize the answer is hell no. Hell no. You feel me? Like a lot of people do not have the work ethic. And if you don't have the work ethic, stop complaining when you don't get the results. And that's 100%. A lot of people don't have what it takes and never will have what it takes, guys. And it's not nothing wrong with that. It's just something wrong with somebody trying to act like they deserve something or they should be given something and they ain't putting in the work, or they're not even looking at how much work that it actually takes to get to that point. So that could be with business and in so many different ways, guys. So just lock in and stay focused on what you got going on. Like stop worrying about what another person got going on and start looking at if you actually got what it takes to succeed. And sometimes it ain't pretty. Sometimes you got to grind for years before you get the results that you want. Sometimes you got to grind for months. But what I find is that no matter how hard you grind or not, no matter how hard you work, that ain't going to get you the result. It's all about executing. And that's important. Are you executing? If you ain't executing, you ain't doing shit. If you ain't executing, it don't matter how hard you work. It don't matter how many times you upload it if you ain't hitting on the topics that people want to see. You feel me? So that's why I would just say just lock in, bro. Lock in. So whatever you want to do, focus on executing. Don't focus on repeating or looking over here or looking over there. Focus on you. And that's what I'm going to leave y'all with tonight, man. Focus on you. Focus on what you're doing. I'm promising you, bro. You're going to get the results as long as you focus on you and execute on what you need to execute on. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm about to take it under y'all. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll see y'all tomorrow, 11 a.m. Peace.